Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Raven's Reviews. Today we are reviewing Gotham Knights. But before we jump into it guys, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Hit that notification icon so you know when all of my videos go live. When 98% of you that watch my videos aren't subscribed to me, it's completely free and it means the world to me. Let's jump into this. So Gotham Knights was put out in 2022 and was developed by WB Games Montreal and published by Warner Brothers Games. Now, inspired by the previous Batman saga games, Gotham Knights focuses on other supporting characters rather than Batman himself, such as Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin and Red Hood. Now, in this game, Batman has died and leaves protecting Gotham to these four individuals. So, while they investigate the events that led up to Batman's death, the heroes then become the new protectors of Gotham. Now, as you can see here, I am playing as Batgirl. My friend Kale is playing as Robin, and then you have the options of Nightwing and as Red Hood as well. Now, unfortunately, the main campaign multiplayer is only 2-player. It's maximum 2-player, that's all you get stuck with. However, they have made an expansion where once you complete the main game, you can do up to 4-player co-op in sort of an extra point in the game, sort of like a raid or a dungeon, something similar to that sort of in-game mechanics. Now, personally, I very much enjoyed this game. I'm a big fan of DC and Marvel and superhero genre games, movies, what have you. And I feel like this really did fit in perfectly. It stuck to the history of Batman. It stuck to the history of all of the other characters, voice lines and like lore all seemed to fit in perfectly, and the story itself was very interesting and I loved it. There wasn't too much of an emphasis on Batman as well, which I enjoyed. So it wasn't like, oh, everybody knows that Batman's dead or Batman's missing. Everybody was more focused on, oh damn, Nightwing's here to stop us, or oh damn, Batgirl's here to stop us. It wasn't like a, oh, Batman this, Batman that. Another thing I liked about this game is the fighting. The fighting felt very Batman Arkham Asylum style fighting. That's what I enjoyed about this game and its fighting mechanics. There was your classic dodge, parry, perfect dodge mechanics, your heavy attacks, your light attacks, your ranged attacks. They were all there. And based on what character you played as, you had a lot of different opportunities and ways that you could have went about fights. So for example, Batgirl, I built her class to be more elemental focused, and that's exactly what I did. That's why you see me using a lot of ranged attacks and calling on my support drones, so then I can deal a lot of elemental damage. But she's also a very fast and hard hitter, so I made sure that she had a lot of health and she had a critical enhancement, but I'll get to all of that later on. Moving away from the story and the gameplay mechanics, everything felt smooth. I would say that the only thing that I didn't enjoy as much is, this might be down to player preference, but the bat cycle. I didn't use it after I unlocked my momentum abilities, and I unlocked momentum abilities for all 4 characters, and the only person I felt that still needed the bat cycle despite having their movement ability was Batgirl. But with everybody else's movement abilities, it sort of became irrelevant to me. There wasn't emphasis that much on it on story missions or side missions. The only thing that you would ever really need it for is for early game movement, and for in-game like challenges, side quests, collectibles, what have you. Now, moving away from that, the multiplayer side of things. On the multiplayer side of things, I would say that this game ran very smoothly. You didn't feel stuck to your partner. You could both traverse Gotham City and do different activities and both receive the rewards from that activities at the same time. The fact that cross progression was available, so like if I was behind on story missions, which I was while playing with Kale, I would load into Kale's and I would still be able to play up to where he was at, and then when I would go back to mine, it would then give me the option if I wanted to skip a main story or a side story up to where I got up to in the multiplayer session, or I could press cancel and I could replay it again myself if I so wished. In terms of the Arkham Trials, or whatever the proper name for it is, the 4-player co-op where you fight bosses, I haven't tried that yet. I'm sure I will at some point, but unfortunately I haven't got around to that yet, so I can't give an accurate review on how I feel there. Now moving on, I would say that another key factor that made this game interesting was having the option for gear. And in terms of that, I mean, you would unlock blueprints and crafting materials on your missions for new suits, new melee and new ranged weapons. Now they wouldn't be new as in different, they would just be like a higher gear level, a higher damage level, etc, etc. And then you could put mods on those things, allowing to then make it focus more on elemental chance, elemental damage, critical chance, health, defense, and stuff like that. So having the ability to focus all of your gear into one section was great in this game, especially when you came to enemies that were maybe resistant to a certain element or weak to another. You could then go, right, I'm struggling in this mission, in this side quest, in this event that's popped up. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to go back to the Batcave and I'm going to make a piece of gear or pieces of gear with the mods to then make sure that they are weak to this, and I can definitely 100% get there and deal some damage, which I felt was good. The only downside to having the gear is that it didn't feel that important. I only equipped with gear that I got through the main story quests. At no point did I really make any gear or focus any gear traits. And I didn't really struggle that much. I mean, don't get me wrong, some fights I would definitely get low and I'd use up all my heals, but in others it didn't feel that necessary to have. I didn't think, oh damn, I should really go and refocus my gear stats. I didn't. And Kale sort of felt the same way with the gear. He didn't really change anything at all. The option to customize your bat cycle and transmog your suit so it looked like a different style was all very cool. However, the only way to unlock those transmogs were through crafting challenges, which required you to have the correct blueprint, which was all down to RNG and chance. So again, sort of like a 50-50 there. It's good if you focus on it and you want to focus on it, and on the other hand, I didn't find it that necessary. But again, guys, this is all down to public opinion, and my own opinion, and it could be different for everybody else. I could go back into these Arkham trials and think, oh damn, okay, Ryan, I really do need to pay attention to my gear. But in this, I didn't seem to have that problem whatsoever, at least in this playthrough. But that is it for this review, guys. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Hit that notification icon so you know when all of my videos go live. Hit me down in the comments below about what you thought of this game, if you're going to give it a try, if you're not going to give it a try, your pros, cons and any other games that you want to see me do a review on down below. But for now, guys, that's me. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.